So the question is, how do I walk on the spiritual path where we're living in a capitalist culture where the corporate system has created this material world as the ultimate goal? Well, Guru Nanak Dev Ji has never advocated the idea that we run away from the world. And let us not delude ourselves in thinking that materialism is more than it was during the Guru's time. The very first Shabad in the very first Rag of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, after the Japji Sahib, after the Rairas, after the Kirtan Sohela, at the beginning of the Rags, the first Shabad in the whole of Guru Granth Sahib is all about materialism. Moti Ta Mandir, it talks about a house with lots and lots of jewels. It talks about this great possessions that you can have, and you can be a king light, and you can even have spiritual powers that you can make yourself appear and disappear. And Guru says, Mat dekh bhula visare. My mind, seeing all of these riches, forgets you. Mat dekh bhula, my mistaken, ignorant mind, forgets you. Visare, tera chit na aave now. Your name just eludes me. So the very first Shabad in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, in Rag, is about materialism. So don't think that we are living in a harder world than Guru Nanak Dev Ji was facing at that time. And if the world is just as bad as it was back then if the Guru was just as successful back then the Guru is just as successful now. The Guru is the solution. Don't blame the materialistic world. The materials haven't changed. Just their design has changed. Yeah? Buildings just look a little bit different. Clothes look a little bit different. Yes, technology has moved along. All that means is the number of ways to be distracted has just increased. But the Guru's message is still the same. The Shabad of the Guru is the solution. The Shabad of the Guru is where you have to surrender yourself and say, Guru, I'm willing to take this message on. I need to know how to get out of this. The Guru's message is just as relevant today as it was 300 years or 3,000 years ago. So we can't blame the world. We can only take responsibility for, are we actually listening to what the Guru says? Are we meditating as the Guru says? Do we wake up first thing in the morning and think about the materialistic world, or do we do what the Guru says, which is to meditate when you wake up first thing in the morning? Do we spend our whole day being distracted by the material world, or do we live in the materialistic world but we don't allow ourselves to get distracted because we have Naam going with us? The Guru has given us all the tools, the Guru has given us all the solutions. The question is, do we have the grace to have them? Because it is by grace. We have to have that effort and say, okay, I'm going to do this now. I'm actually going to make a decision to change. And one of the most effective ways to make a change in your life is to use the power of Ardas. When you every day set your intention that says, I am not going to be distracted by the material world. I ask for this. I ask for your Naam. When you make that your intention every day, start with an Ardas in front of the Guru and says, Guru, I don't want this anymore. I want you. Then slowly, you are starting to walk along the Guru's path, and the Guru is there. The Guru is constantly there. The Guru doesn't have a list of all the people it's going to let into the club and all the people that get to be kicked out of the club. The Guru is not a bouncer. The Guru doesn't decide who he lets in and who he doesn't let in. The Guru is in a door and the door is wide open. In fact, if you want one door, the Guru gives you multiple doors. The question is, the Guru's door is within you. Are you going to open that door? Are you going to let that door be open? I heard a very good analogy once that said, if you're sitting in a room with all the curtains closed, you can't blame the sun for not coming and shining into your room. If the curtains are closed, you can't blame the sun for there not being any sunlight. You have to take that first step. Take the first step, open the curtains, and let the sun come in. The sun is always there. The sun hasn't gone anywhere. So the Guru is always there. You have to ask yourself very honestly, have I actually made a commitment to follow what the Guru is saying rather than what society is saying?